some Eurovision songs, and you're welcome to join along with us.
Last one!
Last one of the year!
No,
Indeed.
I just really need to rank my choices, and I am...
Oh, I'm so behind. Okay, so I'm Myrtle. This is my channel.
Oh,
this
hey.
is Maya.
This is my
Carlina.
channel.
This is my channel.
That's
Puddin'
exactly
Pops.
how you said it.
This is Tyler over here. We
Right.
all live together, and we're all fans of the Eurovision Song Contest. And so we are making our way through the songs for 2021, and this is our last group of songs. Rehearsals started yesterday. I feel officially behind, and I'm like trying to avoid immersing myself, and it's hard because I really want to. And we have to rank our songs and do all sorts of stuff. So we're really excited to. We're really excited to listen to these, but part of us is also really excited to get it over with because we're getting really close to the actual contest, and it's a problem. So, we may be out of sorts a little bit in this video. Please feel free to roast us in the comments.
I'm never gonna stop yawning.
We've already kind of had a long day, each of us, so if we yawn,
It's been very active.
Yeah,
I slept.
yeah. She just woke up from a nap. She just came home from a long morning of like crazy not dying. I
didn't die.
I just cleaned an
got sunburned.
oven.
Gross.
And Tyler just talked to his mom for an hour and a half because it's Mother's Day.
Hey, I sprayed the lawn as well.
He also
I'll have
sprayed
you
the
know.
lawn, which is really hard.
Killer.
Stella would like you to know that she also had a difficult day being locked inside. But we're all here for music, so we're gonna get right into it. Our first song is gonna be Poland. The artist is Rafał. The song is The Ride. Take us on a ride. Let's see what we got.
Like a magic carpet ride?
I don't know.
That's a great song.
We're gonna find out. Hey, it's a literal ride in a car. Oh, I'm getting PSY vibes.
A little bit more throwback 80s.
Yeah, definitely leaning into the 80s vibe.
It's the best shades ever.
Okay. I couldn't tell if he had some voice modulation on, but I think that's just his real voice.
I dig the Casio synth.
Yes. More snaps. Oh yeah. It's classic. Oh no. We don't do this in Eurovision anymore.
What?
Pantsuits!
What is this set that they're in?
I feel like this is probably an actual nightclub. Like this seems like the entrance to a nightclub or like the...
No scissors.
Yeah.
Don't scissor.
It doesn't feel like a set. It might be.
I like this. It's kind of predictable. It's not the peak of artistic creativity, but it's comfy for me. Oh, went to major. Uh-huh, that's what you meant, high above the ground. I can do a turtleneck. The turtleneck plus man bun. Not ready. Whew. All right. So, anybody feel like you got taken on a ride? Or that you feel like you want to go on a ride?
No.
Oh,
She just was on one.
that's true.
I do feel
All
like
day.
it has that vibe. It does have the just kind of cruising, like
Yeah.
I could see it doing this down like West Coast Highway.
Yeah.
Like you're just kind of
It's definitely a nighttime song,
sure.
which obviously is what they're trying to evoke with the music video. So, spot on.
Mhm.
Yes.
What else? Spotting?
I didn't really have any problem with it at all. It's not something that I'd be like, I love this band. Oh my god. Obviously, I wasn't getting super ecstatic over here. But it was really poppy, and I thought it was pretty fluid. Like transitions were good. The choreography, I mean, pretty spot on for what they were going for, and I liked visually how it was. So, so
Yeah, I
I'm so exhausted.
I enjoyed it. There wasn't anything about it that I was like, ooh, I don't know, this isn't for me. But it kind of hits in a middle of the road spot, which I feel like a lot of the songs this year have gone up a notch in quality, but there's still a lot of them that are just sort of like, yeah, these are good, but there are millions of good songs out there and like thousands upon thousands of excellent songs that I could be listening to. So it's like, okay, there wasn't anything about it that was just grabbed me, and I'm like, whoa.
Mhm.
But it was comfy. It was nice. It was kind of laid back, cruisy style. By around 2 minutes 30, I was like, okay, I'm kind of over the repetitiveness of it. Like, let's do something a little different. They did change up one little section of it as far as the harmony, but then they went right back to the repetition, and the like even the background instrumentation was the same. So it's like,
Yep.
I want something a little bit different to drive us home on our ride.
nah.
And then just as far as vocals go, because I'm always listening to vocals, he sounded good, but he has a style that's very nasal. So people who sing to themselves a lot will not, and I speak very nasally, so people are gonna be like, "What about you? You sound real nasal," but it's true. But people who
Okay.
sing by themselves, sing themselves in the shower a lot. It's really easy to hear yourself singing if you're kind of driving the sound kind of up and back. But if you're trying to project out and have like a more powerful sound, singing more into your nasal cavity really dampens that and makes it harder for the listener to feel like there's a lot of energy behind what you're doing. And I think this song really needs a driving energy if it's going to make it through the whole 3 minutes and have people be interested in it. So, not that there's something for him to improve on. It's kind of just a style thing. Yep.
I don't really have any additional comments.
There you
It
go.
was just kind of like, yeah,
Yeah.
80s-ish.
Yeah, it was an
Dancy night.
enjoyable 80s dancey night.
Mhm.
Yep.
I do wish that they would have. So I love the '80s synth stuff. Like, I mean, that's not news to anybody. Like, I mean,
Could be
The-
somebody who's never seen me before.
the only drums that should ever exist are the '80s electric toms. Do 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 do. Like that. That should just that. There shouldn't be other drums.
I
But
don't know.
like,
I do like a 90s snare, but
oh yeah, the thwack.
mm-hmm.
The crack snare. But I do wish that they would have, like you said, the background instrumentation stayed the same.
Yeah.
Like there's so much depth that you can actually really do with the '80s stuff, and that sounds counterintuitive because the '80s did not have a lot of depth. But like there really is. Like there's a lot of really fun, cool things you can do
Mm-hmm.
with a throwback track like that, and that's. I wish they would have done that and brought maybe some more intensity to that synth and maybe made up for kind of his vocal style by backing him more strongly
Yep.
than just the same thing in the background the whole time. So even as much as I like that synth, I would have liked them to change it up and bring in some different, still throwback, but like a little bit different style in like maybe the bridge or something like that, where they'd have something.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, good job, Rafał. Good job, Poland. We are going to turn now to Azerbaijan. We have Effendi back. Last year she sang about Cleopatra, and this time she is going to sing about another oft misunderstood woman, Matahari.
Let's put that down.
Okay, so she's pretty on brand.
Yeah, I'd say it's already sounding like Azerbaijan.
All of your secrets, I want them. There's no stopping me now. I'm a liar, playing the game of desire. Ain't gonna leave no survivors. Would you fall for me now? Just like Cleopatra, the army of lovers.
See what you did there.
It's like a sequel.
It does sound like a sequel, yes.
Like
a legit.
I think yeah, it seems really intentional.
So we've moved forward in time. I do love the pipes.
What
Her
is
pipes
that?
as well.
What is that pipe called?
I don't remember.
Drinking my poisonous water, and you're under my spell, mesmerizing, moving my hips, you are trying.
Cool bass riff.
You can resist right head. Got a story to tell, just like Cleopatra. The army of love.
She does a great job of knowing how long to keep your eye contact. She's like, grab your attention, then I'm gonna do what I want to do, and I'm gonna come back and grab your attention and do what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Classic.
Going with a little Armenia action there. Love the pipe.
Let's start a fire. Let's go.
I need more cacophony. Just keep posing.
I was gonna say it's like a little bit too much movement for the close of the song.
Alright, that was Effendi with Matahari.
I thought you were saying offending.
That was so offensive. IJK.
My dog.
I think that, like we had kind of talked about in the song, she did recycle a lot of the same elements from last year.
Oh, 100%.
I think if I hadn't heard last year's song, I would be like, whoa!
Yeah.
Wow! But now I'm just kind of like, it's kind of a similar song. I really do like, she added a lot of new instrumentation stuff
Mhm.
than last year, which I enjoy. Her vocal quality is really excellent.
Mhm.
I just wasn't quite as surprised by it this year.
Right, yeah. It
It
lost
was
some of
very
the
reminiscent
special...
of, yeah.
At least she owned it, though.
Yeah.
If it had been like a cookie cutter version of last year's song, but it felt like it was trying to be different, then I would have been more disappointed. But I think the fact that she's like, no, we're telling a long story, and this is just the second chapter in the
Yeah.
story.
Sorry, remember that time I said Cleopatra? Yeah, we did that,
We
but
did
here
that?
it is.
How about this lady?
Transitioning.
Yeah.
She even did that same part before the chorus where
Yeah.
she did the low chanty part. I was
Oh
like,
my
this is
God.
the exact same formula, but okay.
But okay.
It still
Yeah.
sounded good.
No mystery, Azerbaijan is one of my perennial favorites. Like they always hit my top 5 at a minimum.
Why do you keep saying no surprise? These people don't
Because
know
we've
you.
mentioned it. We've mentioned it previously.
Okay.
And if
Well,
they
then-
watched last year's video about Azerbaijan, I mentioned how I
Which
always like
everyone
Azerbaijan's
has.
video.
You need to watch every
Please
single one,
watch
go
our
back.
video from last year where we
Also, the
reviewed
volume
Cleopatra.
was horrible on that video, so don't bother watching
So bad.
it. It was so bad.
We're getting better as we go. So I still like the style. Very much love it. Anyway.
They're real pent up from being pent up
but
today, apparently.
I think I kind of take it a little differently than Maya in terms of the sequel thing. Like, it's a very obvious intentional sequel, as opposed, like you said, it's not just her recycling things. It does seem like this year is a follow-on to her song last year, which I don't know if she was favored to win. She wasn't favored to win.
Not to
but she was
win, but
favored
she
to
was
do
up
well.
there. Yeah, of course.
And so I think she's trying to bring that into this without seeming like she's copying it. And I think she mostly pulled that off, right? Like it gives me the impression of a sequel as opposed to a copy.
Gotcha.
So that's much more, that's kind of actually hard to do, I think, as an artist, to have a sequel song without just continuously referencing, hey, remember that one time I sang that one song? Yeah, overall I like the song. I agree, last year's song was definitely better, and the low voice mumbling thing was much cooler last year than it was this year. This year is more of a throwback and like
Yeah.
an homage to that from last year than it seemed to be a major element of the song like it did in Cleopatra.
I'm interested to see what she'll do on stage. Like, clearly, the music video, you've got a lot of choreography going on, so that would be easy to transfer to it, but I'm wondering if they have anything interesting other than this planned, since I haven't watched rehearsals yet.
With the choreography, is it intentional? And maybe I'm the only person this throws off, but it always throws me off if you have like, so she had like a bodice or whatever you would call it, right? And she moves and it doesn't.
Right.
Like she moves around behind it and it always weirds me out. And it happens a lot in these kinds of stage shows
Yes.
because of the costuming. But it'll be like, "Nyeh, nyeh," and like shoulders and everything else is moving, and then like the dress is like completely stationary, like staying on her
that's
waist. Like it's
how that
clearly
works.
mounted
She's
like a
becoming
board
disembodied.
in front of her. Like it's just blocking. It's not clothing. It feels weird to me.
I know what
hate
you're
it.
talking about. It doesn't distract me.
Yes.
It's what I expect to see if someone's wearing a very, like, thick, heavy bodice and dancing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or if it's corset.
Yeah, of course it is.
Yeah, it just, I don't know. It weirds me out.
There you go.
I'm the only person on earth that this is a problem for, I guess.
Who knows?
Probably.
I'm
But
sure.
I believe that. But yeah, it's weird to me.
Well, the only note that I took is a really nerdy one that
Sweet.
I might cut out. It was in relation to pronunciation, and this has nothing to do with the quality of her singing or quality of her pronunciation. It's just hey, for those of you who are unfamiliar with this and were curious on how and why she sounds a little different when she sings in English than other native English speakers. It's all about her plosives. So it's your
Explosives.
yeah, your putasa. Well, this is not a plosive, but all of those bilabials and yeah, any time that you have a stop where the consonant makes the breath fully, like you're fully closed off and the breath can't come out, and then you open it again while you're still pushing through. That's called a plosive, and you can feel it if you into your hand. But what some singers do, and especially if your native language doesn't include a lot of plosives, it's the same when she sings as when she speaks English. A lot of those are dampened, so they like Cleopatra, like the p is not out in front of her
Yeah,
face.
it's more like puh.
It's more like drawn in. And that's all I really had to say about that. It's a little lesson about plosives.
Is that a good or a bad thing?
It's neither.
It's
It's
just
just a
saying why
different-
she sounds.
Yeah, so why she sounds like
Got it.
Like she's not enunciating or something like that.
right.
I do
But
notice
it's-
that, like when she says Cleopatra,
Cleopatra.
she says
Huh.
Cleo.
Even
It's
the
almost like
"t"
a
is
"b."
like
It's
a-
like Cleopatra.
Yeah. It's just a diction thing.
Yeah, I think like for me, I hear it as like a part of her sound,
Yeah.
like just her style in general, which I know it's just how she speaks, but I think it like makes it more her. So I don't really know as far as recalling the video at this point, her range, but I really like where she started. And I know she did this last year with the lower register start, but I really like that for her voice. I think that so costuming can kind of be a thing for me, especially with women who are just very scantily clad, and it's like whatever they're singing about, they're really just like your attention is drawn to their body, and it's like, are you really intending that, or do you want me to care about what you have to say? I thought it worked for them in this. Like, it wasn't like your body is, but it worked for the style of the song. Like, it felt like it was a part of it and it added to it rather than detracted and distracted you from it. So, good job on that. I like the costuming.
And it makes sense for the legendary aspects of Mata Hari as well. To portray her as like
Legend.
scandalous spy woman.
Scandalous.
Yes. Cool. All right, well, let's roll on over to our very last one, you guys.
Oh, good. It's the UK, our
Also,
favorite.
when I saw the Matahari, I thought of Hatari.
Hatari.
Like,
Is that what it's called?
Oh, Hatari's
Atari?
Mansigra?
Yeah. And
Oh.
the hammer.
I went other
I think she
places
could
too.
successful sing that song.
I went to Atari or anime. Like,
Oh,
if
yeah.
you guys are trying to reference anime.
they old. Well, we are moving on to the United Kingdom final song of the year for us to listen to. James Newman is back with Embers.
There will be lens flares in this.
It will
Maya's
also be a
predicting
ballad.
lens flare. A ballad, really?
Embers.
There's gonna be fake fire.
I think it's gonna be really similar to last year, where it's like kind of a slower, but like not a ballad.
And they'll have the raining ash, and I'm going to hate it.
All right, let's find out what we got, guys. Going into this with no feelings whatsoever. It'll be like-
No preconceived notions.
Completely orange room,
Could be.
lighting behind him,
Oh, no.
not above him, behind him.
Yes.
Shadows.
There will be no shadows. People don't have shadows.
Will there be embers? Yes. Cool. He's a good songwriter. Okay.
Are these his songs, then?
Same style.
Like this and last year?
Lightning.
This is not a ballad.
Nope.
Hey!
That's what I was predicting. It wasn't orange, but it was red.
Oh, I gotta say, is that a 66 Mustang? It is a 66 Mustang. I like it.
He sounds like he has embers in his throat, and it's kind of cool.
Oh, it's a gorgeous car. The Porsche 938 too. Or 928. Stupid.
Come on, I need... Yes, there we go.
It was the break.
Like, I need more of the band. What is that?
It's Aston Martin. He's a car guy. He's like proper.
How does he not wear himself out with his voice? Like, he pushes the whole time and he's just like... Okay. That's fun. Bringing it down. All right, I have thoughts.
Yeah, I do too.
I have thoughts.
No, my thoughts first.
Everybody say their thoughts at the same time.
Bianca?
Okay. I'm gonna go first because I want to. All right. So I liked it, and I don't have a lot to say about the parts that I liked because it's just like a generic. I liked it, so I'm gonna talk mostly about the things that I think could be improved on. It doesn't mean I don't like it. Okay. First of all, I personally love a horn section, so I wanted more of that. That's just a personal preference.
Mm-hmm.
But my main thing that I think would improve on this, I like the use of the live instruments. I like the use of the little choral hit, the light up the room at the end at the end of each phrase. And I like the fact that there's synth in it. I want the synthesized portion of it to be as like hyper produced and clean as possible. Keep the horn section dirty. That was too clean. It did not give off the impression that it was real. And so I think that mixed with the visuals of having the instruments right there was really throwing me off because it was too polished for me to relate to it. And so it gave, instead of me feeling like it was there in a party vibe, it made me feel like there was just like it was more manufactured than it needed to be. So that's my main concern, or rather thing that I would change if I had the choice to change it. The other thing is, I get that the message is kind of like he's singing personally to someone that they're gonna dance and they're gonna light up the room when the the atmosphere has died down and it's just embers. Unless he's trying to sing to a group, which would make sense as well. But having the chorus in there, having the camera go to the other people who are dancing, the band members, and that didn't. I don't know. Like, everything was so focused on him that when it did look away for a bit, it was like,
I thought they
Are you-
could have gotten rid of the making out couple entirely.
I thought that was
Like,
very
I didn't
fiery.
think it added.
fair. Yeah.
It distracted.
It's like,
and it was,
are we is this like a group atmosphere? Or is this a more personal, like, one-on-one type thing? I didn't land on where it was supposed to be going, so I felt a little out of place.
I kind of saw that as being like a different kind of fire. Like, like they're kind of going around showing everybody's like version of it. Like, the fire of passion or excitement or celebration or just like having fun and being yourselves, like all this different kind of like when you get together, whether it's with your person or with your people, like that's kind of more how I saw it. So I wasn't as bothered by the making out couple because at least it wasn't like super focused on them.
I think the reason why is because of the speed of things. I think they slowed them down. Like, it
So
was
it kind of took you out of the
because
motion?
all the other people were moving, and that was slowed down, which messed with the tempo of the song.
But was the tempo of the song slowing down?
No, the tempo of the song wasn't slowing down, but
No, but
visually,
Mhm.
it slowed down.
kind of destroyed.
Yeah.
A little bit. Yeah.
Got it.
The only thing to go along with what I was saying was an example of how I was feeling was like even with the fireworks, like you can see them, you can't hear them. So it's like I'm not connecting with what you're trying to give me. Granted, if they have fireworks on stage, they're gonna be really loud and it'll be really crazy. So I have no idea what they're gonna do in real life. And yes, this is a song contest, so it's about the song. But the whole thing, the whole package is the performance itself, and so just from a performance factor, I think I like the combination of having something that's hyper well produced with something that's grittier. And I think with his voice and his style, having a gritty edge to something other than just his vocals would help make it more cohesive. I'm done.
I'm gonna say a nerdy thing
Ooh.
because I did lighting. I don't know who decided to do green on the front of him, but that was
a weird
not
choice.
excellent, especially with the material of clothing he was wearing. You can't do red behind, green in front, and wear black clothing. It just doesn't work.
There you go.
You gotta
Right
do
here.
like a dark blue and on the front and more different material clothing and not black. But I thought that was a weird choice lighting wise. I don't think they're gonna replicate that on stage.
Sure.
But if you're considering it, maybe don't.
If you would like to make a music video and you
In,
come
like-
to this channel to look for advice.
In like 4 seasons
Mm.
of her doing these videos, that is the first comment criticizing lighting.
That's not true.
No, it's not.
It's the first comment that I remember criticizing lighting.
That is true. That is true.
You commented about his vocal quality. I really liked the vocal quality
Mhm.
that he did. He seems very strong and very confident, and
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to the live performance where I think, well, obviously it'll focus more on him when it went and panned to the other people.
Maybe they
I
will
wanted
have
to
a
see
couple
more of
making
him.
out on stage.
I don't want them to do that.
Okay.
But, like, obviously, he'll have dancers behind him, I would assume.
Mhm.
And that's great. But he'll also be on stage in the same shot as them. When it was, like, moving away from him, it was also engaging. But I feel like if you put them together, it would be even better.
Nice.
I did like the full band a lot. I think they should have a dancing band on stage.
Like Blues Brothers style, where they're just always
No
dancing
green
with
lighting
it.
on his face.
But no green lighting.
You can do green lighting from the side or from behind, but not on his face.
Tyler, you said you had feelings. Carlina, you said some. Was that your... I didn't want to cut... You
I wrote-
can't tell, but there's
That's
his
the
name.
name of the country and song and person.
and
I
it
didn't
says-
write anything down.
Okay.
Okay.
No, it doesn't say that.
It says
you.
okay.
Oh, it says UK. So...
Oh, I thought it said
I have
okay.
terrible child handwriting.
Okay, it
Oh.
says UK.
Anyway.
Please regale us. I'm just kidding. Okay, so for me,
Oh, God.
JK, I have a thought.
Oh, shut my mouth.
I don't really love his voice.
Ooh.
I don't.
Really?
It's fine.
It's not that it's bad. It just isn't appealing to me.
Yeah, it's not like it's an objectively excellent voice that everyone must agree on. It's
Yeah,
That's
it's
fair.
it's the same with any type. Some people really love operatic singing, and I'm like, ugh, right?
why are you yelling at me?
Basically, that's too much. I just, to me, it doesn't hit me with any kind of feels.
Mhm.
I don't hate it. It's the song kind of goes back to the same thing Poland did, to where it's nice and poppy. Like, I would listen to this driving in the car,
Mhm.
like hanging around around the fire. I certainly wouldn't be like, can we please change it? Because it is. It's a sweet enough song. It has a message. It's entirely too repetitive. And usually, like on Spotify when I'm listening in my car, once we get to about 30-45 seconds before the song is about to end, if it repeats itself one more time, I'm skipping. So that's also just kind of my own personal thing. Anyway, overall, not a bad song. I really love horns in general. Brass.
More horns,
So-
please.
All the horns. So, yeah, that's all I got.
Lovely. Tyler,
So
bring us home.
I love the horns. I like the style of the song.
Mhm.
I agree it is relatively repetitive. I have no issue with his voice at all. But we got about 8 seconds in the video and I was entirely distracted for the rest of the video. because I'm a car guy.
Yeah, I
and
was actively ignoring the things
There
you
were
saying.
so many great cars. He had a 66 Mustang.
No, we already heard this.
A 928. There was a Jaguar
He
XJ.
had an Aston Martin.
There was an Aston Martin DB. There was a 78 Camaro in there. I couldn't see all the cars, and they didn't give us an opportunity to see all the cars. And this guy's clearly a car guy, and I'm feeling like this he's a car guy. It's amazing.
You wanted to connect on
Please?
that level, but it didn't.
But it didn't
take you
let
there.
me. It didn't let me. Like, clearly, like, that's got to be what, like, he's definitely a car guy. And we got to experience some of that. And
You
I
were too
liked that.
distracted, and you have
So I
no
was too
idea
distracted.
what you
I
feel
like
about the
lost
song.
most of the song. I have to go through this again.
Oh,
We'll make you close your eyes next time.
Audio only.
So, do you have any comments regarding the song itself?
Yeah, and that's what I was saying. It's
You like
like
horns.
I like the horns in there, and I like that whole style of music that he does, and that he was last year, right?
yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah. So like
And the Frozen guy.
it has a similar feel, just because that's his style, and I'm glad it wasn't a ballad. And so
It was less Mumford and Sonsy than last year as well.
yes, that is true. It did have kind of its own feel this time.
Yeah.
So yeah, I liked that, and it, like you said, it's kind of a groovy party vibe,
Yep.
which is really cool. So I like that, and I thought the lighting was fantastic. I thought they did a really great job. with the lighting.
No!
Especially like the green.
Can't
one.
do
I
green on
really
his face!
think that the green on his face was an excellent,
If you-
unique, and bold choice by the lighting
If
director.
you do green straight on, you have to do a side different color. You can't just do green.
They did it.
I'm pretty sure this video shows you can.
It wasn't good.
Hey
It
guys,
wasn't good.
let's rank the songs. Let's rank the songs.
Also, I just wanted to say, by the way, before I watched any of the songs, I guessed the ranking and I was right.
Ooh.
Azerbaijan, Poland, UK.
Okay. I think I have to go. For me right now, on first listening, Poland, Azerbaijan, UK.
I thought she was gonna say Poland first, and I didn't believe it, and she did it.
I did it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Azerbaijan, Poland, UK.
I think I'm sitting on Azerbaijan, UK, Poland.
Okay.
Pretty tight though. I mean, overall good, all three, but pretty
Yeah.
tight. But yeah.
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 Cool. All right. Well, thanks for hanging out with us. Let us know in the comments how you would rank these songs. We are not completely done. We will be back hopefully very soon. We'll be back before the contest itself with our version of predictions. So anyway,
So Becca, explain
We'll be
to us
back.
how a
I'm not.
serpentine draft
I am not going to
works.
explain this.
Give us an example.
I will explain all the things you need to know in the next video. We'll be back in a couple days. Stick around. She is ready to go.
Whoa!
Don't share with us.
No!
Hold on, I just want to share my
spoilers!
system in case you guys haven't figured out like how to even tackle this. You guys at home, the viewers at home. So I have mine over here because I don't agree necessarily with what I think will get into Eurovision.
Right.
But there are some that I really, really, really love, and I'm like, they have no chance, but I want them at the top of the list. So
Always the case.
yeah.
What
So
happened?
get out of here.
You're the one. I can just go back to this video and like zoom in and see everything
You
that
can't.
I have
It'll be
written down.
so blurry.
It's gonna be blurry. Anyway, I'm gonna shut this off right now. I hopefully, if they don't hurt me, I'm gonna force them to watch this video afterwards because I've been looking forward to this ever since it posted. I can finally watch the 25 ridiculous reasons to get excited for Eurovision 2020. I will post the link.
25?
2021. I will post the link below if you're not familiar with this channel. It's a lot of fun, but now that we finally heard all the songs, I can safely listen to it, and we'll be back in a couple days, guys. Okay, thanks. Bye.
Bye.